Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of food for thought. Of course, not everything in the reading will resonate with you, so I encourage you to take what does and of course, leave the rest. However, if this resonates or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump right into the energy here. Holy Spirit, what are the messages here for the collective energies? What are the cards here that best represent the energy, the light, the message? Someone is still watching, spying on you, someone who wanted their freedom, yet they're feeling lost. Lost without structure or some sort of foundation, love or compassion. Someone is missing you and they're not on a level mentally to show it. Someone is missing the chemistry and the offer and the energy that you gave. This is from a feminine energy where someone is triggered by the loss of your energy, your absence. And someone is wanting to heal something with you, yet still not wanting to go through the steps to do it. In fact, someone is coming out as guarded, closed off. Closed off when it comes to an opportunity that they took, as someone is now feeling fragmented and lost from their lack of structure, as someone could be at a distance and deep regret for it. So it seems someone is in deep regret for being in a comfort zone, as it seems they've taken a lot of loss and sacrifices for creating distance or little to no communication with you, as this energy is hoping that you become curious enough to reach out to them, or they're hoping possibly they can figure out a way to face you again, as someone is definitely in their thoughts, isolating themselves. I feel someone is not wanting to feel the pain that was given. This is why they're closed off and detached, as they're unable to tap into their higher self. Someone is thinking about the chemistry. I feel in isolation, that is all they can think about, but they're also in their emotions here with the water energy of Pisces, Cancer, or even Scorpio. I feel this is someone who is failing to tap into their higher self or even activate a different side of themselves, as they are going through a sense of doubt, lack, as they're still not being truthful or expressing their truth. Someone is still caught up in cycles where there is still no completion. I feel this is someone who is detached because they know they need to make a decision when it comes to forgiveness or some type of apology. Yet I feel they could be dealing with a darker side to a very unhealthy ego, as someone is still dealing with the seeds they have sown. For many of you, someone is still not grounding themselves towards Virgo, Capricorn to communicate with you. But I feel in so many ways they're still open to receive. But the fact that something is still left up in the air is all because of someone's ego. Someone's ego when it comes to home, commitment, and even family. I feel this is someone who is trying to avoid their guilty conscience for sabotaging everything with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but someone definitely burned a bridge with you here with the fire card. So here's the fire energy here. Someone is definitely thinking about their self-worth, but still coming up empty because they know they limited themselves due to their own fears, confusion, and even illusion. And someone is still wearing these rose-colored glasses, yet needing to accept some existence, some spiritual guidance, but someone's guarded because they don't want the feeling of being vulnerable. Wow. So for many of you, they're wanting to send this message and celebrate some type of gift, or they're wanting to reconnect with a twin flame, but I feel something has been broken when it comes to a contract, as there is no wish fulfillment for someone who avoided you. As I said before, this is someone who could not tap into their higher self, and this is why they're going through so many issues where they're not able to tame themselves. But I feel they're thinking about the bridges that they burned now, especially when it comes to a decision that needs to be made. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Someone is thinking about what has gone up in flames. I feel for many of you, this is someone who made the mistake of taking your kindness for a weakness. Yet being weak just isn't what you do. But I feel this is someone who expected you to truly let go of something they did or said. Someone thought they were going to get away with something, but the fact that you are holding their feet to the fire is something that they never saw it coming. As I sense you deciding to let them play themselves out of this relationship was the best choice you could have made, because I sense it may have took some time, but they get the point, as it is respect and loyalty over everything, and this is why someone is falling into the spaces of a guilty conscience. For many of you, this is someone who is clearly impulsive, feels inferior, and this is why they're in need of some discipline, because when they get bored, things get crazy. This is someone who is trapped in the mundane and feeling smothered by another situation, which causes them to feel restless here with the Four of Swords energy. But here with the Page of Pentacles, someone's insecurities is definitely getting the best of them, because their losses or feeling isolated is definitely putting them in a space of regret or even remorse. As someone is still not going within, and something is no longer filling their cup, someone is still not going deep enough to reach you. This is someone who is feeling hindered by the fact that someone is focused on the negativity. Someone feels like you're focused on the negative things, but I feel someone has forced you to see them differently because of the things they choose to do. I feel this is someone who could be stagnated and sitting in a space of guilt that they would rather not sit in, but I feel they could be stagnated and cutting corners that's causing them to not be in the present. For many of you, this is someone who is still non-committal, and there's some type of tunnel vision when it comes to them and the ways that they choose to be. This is why things are still falling apart or going nowhere for someone who truly never understood the cost of their betrayals, because the more freedom you gave, the more they destroyed the things that was given. I feel this is someone who destroyed things with their foolish actions, as I sense regardless of how loving and profound you chose to speak to this energy, they never truly heard you, regardless of how you chose to deal with them. Now, you're no longer stuck between what things should be versus what it truly is, as the pain they caused only made you that much more stronger, as many of you are now trusting them less, or not at all, especially when it comes to someone who is driven by greed, as many of you are acknowledging someone has a lack of follow-through. Someone is still isolated and confused by their own structure or the lack thereof. If someone is still jaded and going through obstacles, someone is isolating themselves because of their chaos. Someone is isolating themselves because they know they have a lack of faith and honor, as if someone had no plan B when it comes to the stillness between the two of you that they created. But I feel due to their jaded ways, someone still doesn't see something for what it is. As I sense there's radio silence or delays that is causing someone to continue to be selfish, confused, sit in a victim mindset. Someone is still resisting something here in the Hangman energy, as this energy is conflicted and needing clarity. Someone just doesn't like the fact that they're feeling invisible. I feel for many of you, this is someone who has reached a dead end. Something or someone has clipped their wings when it comes to things that they are easily triggered about. I feel this is someone who is out of sync, out of choices, out of love, and they're still manipulating things because they're a poor communicator. For many of you, this is someone who is restless, impulsive, and under pressure because of their burdens, but I feel their true burden is their fears and their own doubts that is keeping them at bay and overthinking things when it comes to resisting the truth. Death card is letting me know this is a traumatic event, or even a traumatic adjustment. For many of you, this is someone who is trying to adjust, but they're getting nowhere. This is what's causing the Ace of Cups energy of someone being frustrated and fearing the challenges ahead. Someone is wanting to break a cycle, but they are still resisting change. I feel this is someone who is resisting change because they are clearly exhausted from the choices that they have made. Someone is still not able to truly go within to have a transition or have some type of inner peace, as it seems this is someone who is still at conflict with others, not just you. There's a lot of anxiety, confusion, deception. Someone is still uncertain and is only bringing them to a dark night of a very unhealthy soul, as someone is definitely being spiritually awoken to their own hidden agenda and their own doubts, as someone has been a fraud for a very long time. And I feel they could be sitting in a space of false pride. Someone wants to be near you, wants to be next to you, but I feel someone is still not being rational about the mistakes that they have made, as I sense they're truly embarrassed or over a third party, yet still not clear on how much damage they have caused. Someone is still not understanding they have lost their way. This is someone who knows that they're losing, but they don't know how much they have lost, as someone is still trying to find some sense of structure or foundation, but there's still nothing after the bridges they have burned. And for many of you, they have burned a lot. I feel this is someone who is going through a rude awakening for chasing a thrill or just being in their imagination. I feel they're trying to find a sense of security after becoming invisible to a feminine energy who is now cautious. Cautious and setting boundaries. Many of you have cleansed your energies, all because of their dark intentions or dark attachments. I feel there's a lot of tension and stress circling their energy. There's turbulence here, as someone is still blocked out when it comes to emotions and trying to find some type of middle ground or compromise when it comes to them dwelling on the past, as something is definitely becoming bittersweet, but someone is still holding on. I feel someone is still holding on when it comes to unresolved issues or loose ends, as someone is still trying to figure out why they crossed you. Someone is debating on being vulnerable and opening up, but I feel the fact that they believe that you are better off keeps them in some type of illusion. I feel someone is still in an illusion when it comes to their reputation. Someone may still have their fingers crossed. I feel this energy has their fingers crossed because they're still in denial about something shifting or changing when it comes to you, as there is a different outlook or an attitude when it comes to this situation. Many of you are not the same as you used to be, as every choice or mistake that they have made against you has changed the way you see or feel this connection. And I feel you really don't have any resolve behind that, but I feel the fact that things are unraveling before their eyes is the reason they're finally about to make a decision. Someone really doesn't know which way to go, as they're still in conflict about admiring you from afar, but I feel there will be a spark, something that ignites them and finally puts them on a path where the only one that can save them is themselves, because regardless of their tears, something has to change. Someone wants you to go easy on them, but I feel they didn't go easy on you. I feel the more they thought that they were getting away with something, the more reckless they became. But I feel something is definitely affecting their ego. Someone is trying to get something right after getting something wrong for so long, but I feel it's the unfinished business that is keeping them sidetracked and withdrawn. Someone is wanting to do something with their whole heart. They're wanting to pursue you, but I feel their secrets are keeping them sick and elusive. Elusive and unstable, untouchable, they believe, when it comes to trust, loyalty, and devotion, but I feel something is about to intimidate them when it comes to something that is final or unspoken, or the fact that there's silence. I feel something is frozen, as someone has no words, as they're still in reflection and trying to mirror a twin flame. Someone is lost in the cycles where they're unable to find any type of peace or even balance, as someone is still detached from their pride, arrogance, and ego. I feel it's someone who may be infatuated with their weaknesses, lustful ways, and even the drama. I feel this is someone who knows they screwed you over. Someone knows they hurt you. I feel this is someone who knows they burned and manipulated a connection with you, and now they're going through pain, loss, grief. And I feel for many of you, it just might be a long journey, as someone is still bitter and falling apart due to barriers, challenges, and hurdles that they created for themselves, as someone didn't see this ripple effect taking hold of their life, as someone is definitely in limbo when it comes to believing that someday something significant will happen with this connection. But I feel due to the differences and the fact that they're wearing a mask, something may forever be cluttered or scattered, as there is no middle ground when it comes to someone who should be ashamed of themselves. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, and I know you're tired of hearing it, but there are some people in the comments who believe I am a part of Third Eye Tarot, when in fact, they are taking and using my content without my consent. So if you are supporting that channel, you are not truly supporting mine. So without further ado, on with the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading and has gained some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys. Bye.